Let's crack a lacking, boys. Ferrets, girls, dogs, cats. Oh, God. Speaking of cats, I got attacked today. I was out on the porch talking to Mrs. Mac. The biscuits were sitting in the dining room by the table. I nonchalantly go walking by, right across the back of my leg. You should have seen me bleed. Like, what the hell, cat? I think Jeff put her up to it. We'll be talking later. How's everybody doing? Quite some wildlife around here today. We've got a bald eagle flying around. Actually seen him. I posted 2 videos. The second video was better than the first one. You can see him for a little. You can see him a little bit better and for a little bit longer. And then when he takes off of the tree, you can hear his wings beating the air. Man, he's fucking unbelievable. What a beautiful sight that was. Amazing. Really, Jesus, lucky to live around here, I'm telling you. You never know what's going to happen. So I've been working on the old Douglas SKYRAIDER. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the last prop plane of the era. Everything after this, I believe, is as far as fighters, everything after this is jets, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, awesome plane, man. Really awesome plane. I got the cockpit all done with the pilot. So there he is. Cockpit's, a lot to it. So that goes in on this. We got our sides here. It's already been painted. This thing's pretty big, actually. It is 1/48 scale. Come on, pop in there. So, good size. Great detail on these Tamaya planes are awesome. So, that is it. I'm going to pop. I want you guys to see this before I popped them in there, because once he's in there, you ain't going to see nothing. And then we're off to the races as far as what I'm going to build. So there's a couple of many different things you can hang underneath this thing. So I got to figure it out and try to get my mind wrapped around what I want to do. So I forget how many variants there were. I was looking at it. My head started to hurt. Where are we? Where are we? Oh, yeah, here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah, so, all right. I have many decisions to make. Okay? So, we shall see. Let's get this cockpit in on the fuselage house together before we do anything. So, we got. I had something come in. I got my Protect parts. I forgot all about those. A little box showed up last night with what I get, a couple of distributors, a couple of coils, some plug wires, some plug boots. And then they sent me a little piece of braided hose as an extra. Or always get something extra. Always get something extra with those guys. Charlie and the boys. They got a lot of cool stuff, and it ain't just for not just for cars. I mean, they got a lot of cool stuff for railroads and a lot of cool model parts. Go check them out. Protect. I am not sponsored by them. I am not sponsored by anybody. I'm sponsored by Wild Turkey. No, I'm not. I do that for free. Jesus. Yeah, so if you'd like to go check out those Eagle videos, the second one, the first one's only like 40 seconds long, but the second one's maybe over a minute, and that's the better one. That's where you can hear his wings when he takes off. Really cool. I wish I had a better camera, but it is what it is. All right, boys. when I get this thing buttoned up and put together and more progress, I'll be in touch. I appreciate the comments on the T-Bird. That did come out good. That blue paint was my... Oh, no, yeah. Oh, yeah. Smudge pots. If you said smudge pots, you would be correct. That's, yep. Yep, that's what they were used for. They used them for marking out, especially at night if a road was closed or they were doing work. Some guys said they even used them on the chain gangs down in Georgia. Yeah, for a myriad of things. They filled them with kerosene, and I don't know. We must have had, good God, there had to have been, I want to say at least a couple of hundred in the old barn when I worked for the town of Canton. We worked out of yeah, a couple of real old buildings. One of them went dated back, I'm not lying, I'm not making this up, it dated back to 1835. It was built out of old rock, cement. It had big timber roof. There were big pulleys because they, if you've never heard of the Ames Shovel Company, I would say anything after 1770 and on, any holes that were dug or anything was probably done with an Ames shovel. Civil War, the Continental Railroad, they have been around for a while. And the big building that we used to use to store a lot of our equipment was the building that stamped the shovels. There was a big sluice way that ran underneath, so you could still, water was still running under it. The pulleys, God, the pulleys were 6, 7, 8 feet around, up in the ceiling. There were 2 or 3 of them, I think. Yeah, but that, yeah, 1835, and then the other building we worked out of, 1930s, 1940s, because my grandfather was the highway superintendent in the 40s and 50s, and he said he worked in that building. So, and I know he worked in that building. So, they were old, man, they were old. They just fixed them back in 2000. Just before I retired, they fixed the highway garage. Yeah, they did I don't think how many millions of dollars they spent on it, but they needed it. They did every other building in town. New library, new school, new town hall, new fire department, new police department, new recreation area. They had new library. And I'm like, when are you going to do the freaking DPW, man? You know what I mean? That's why I left. I wouldn't have left if the building was halfway decent, but that's why I got out of there, because there was no apparatus for getting any of the fumes out, or yeah, that's why I'm with this. That's why I got my pension for disability, is because this happened from not going to work. So, whatever. But anyway, boy, I went off on a tangent on that real fast. But yeah, smudge pots. You would be right. You would be right. That's funny. Only us old guys remember them. Ah. Oh well. All right, boys. Enjoy your week, please. And if you can, check out that eagle video. It was pretty cool. The second one especially. You all be good now. Peace.